Imagine that you have to create personalized certificate for hundreds of event participants. Each certificate needs a different name, maybe a different role, or even a different achievements. Doing this manually will take a lot of time, but with this Canva AI automation, you can do that in minutes. And it's not just certificates. Think about generating hundreds of social media posts with different product names and prices for an e-commerce store, or creating a personalized ID card for employees with their photos and designations, or even generating customized proposal cover pages for different clients with their company name and branding. Doing this one by one is repetitive and time consuming. With this automation, you can do all of that at scale. You can do this even if you don't see the custom autofill option inside your Canva account. We did this using Canva API. In this video, I'll show you how to automate Canva design creation using n8n. So guys, there are two major steps to get this done. The first one, create a brand template with autofill placeholders in Canva. And the second one, create a workflow in n8n which connects this brand template and our database, which is Google Sheet here. So let's start. Let's go to Canva Pro and you can simply sign up. Let me go to the pricing plan. There you can see different plans available. Here you can see. For this purpose, you can go with this Pro plan. Here we have a day plan, week plan. So maybe you can go with a 1 day plan if you just want to try. So that's about it. Let me go back and let's start building the template. So here you can simply search for your required format. Here in this demonstration, we are going to generate certificate. So I'm just searching for certificates. Yeah, here you can see a lot of pre-built templates are available here. You can choose any of it and customize it for your purpose by changing the text and the color, everything. Here I'm just going with a blank option. So I'm generating from blank. So here you can see. Now we can add the text here and maybe the uploads, maybe your logos, everything. Here you can add something like this and add the color, themes, everything. Then we can add some text here, maybe some text box, and we can give the content here. There will be two parts. The static part will be there and the dynamic part will be there. At the dynamic part, we'll be adding the placeholders that will be filled from our database. So here, just giving, this is the static part. And I'm adding the placeholder. You have to add it separate. Here you can give name that will be replaced and format it properly and align it. Now we can give the next part of, it's a separate session, and the next one is class. Similarly, you can create the different sections. Here this will be a static part and the class will be again a dynamic part. So you can align it properly. I'm just showing it for demo purpose how we can add the static part and dynamic part and how we can connect our database here for autofilling. So now you can add all the text you want here. So make sure that the dynamic part and static parts are different text box. We cannot do it all together. So here you can see this is a static part and this is dynamic part will be filled from the database. This is again static part and here the class will be filled from Google Sheet. So it is dynamic part. Now we can go with the connection option. Here you can see, you can scroll down. Here you can see the data autofill. You can click on that. You can upload your database structure here. So this is our database structure. It contains name, class, college, event, and the date. All these values will be filled in this template. And finally, you'll get the document link, the generated certificate link here once we triggered the action from here. So that's it. Now let me come back. This is our database. Here it contains name, class, everything here. So all these dynamic parts you can fill into this template. So here now I'm just choosing the name here, the name text field, and click on connect data, and I'm just clicking the name. This is populating from the template structure, and similarly I'm going with class, clicking on class text box and connecting it from the structure. So that's it. That's how we create a template with autofill placeholders. Now we have to publish it. For that you have to click on share. Here you can see the brand template option. You can click on brand template, then you can click on publish. Okay, so that's it. Now you can visible it in your template library. You can come over to here brand, Yeah, here you can see this is the one that we have created recently. If you open that, you will get the template ID here in the address bar. That will be useful in the automation. Please keep in mind that. Okay, so here I have already created one template with my brand logo, color theme, everything. So this will be we are using in this automation. Here you can see we have name, team, college, event, date. That are the dynamic parts that will be auto-filled using automation in this template. So we have completed the first step. We have created a Canva template with auto-fill placeholders. Now let's go to the n8n workflow part. So here is our n8n workflow. It starts with a webbook module which is connected with our Google Sheet database where contains all the data to be filled to the template. And next we have a custom n8n node that we have configured to send all the data from Google Sheet to the template that we have created over n8n, and it will initiate the generation of the certificate of the document, and we will wait for some time and we'll check the status of the job, and once it is done we'll download the generated document here, and then we will get its link and we'll update the same to the Google Sheet. That is the overall idea of this workflow. Now let's go deep. Here you can see the webbook configuration. This is the webbook URL that we have pasted in the app script of this Google Sheet. So whenever we change the status of this column to trigger, then it will initiate the document generation by passing all this particular rows data to that template. Here you can see the overall idea of the app script for this generation. Here you can see this is the code, and we have added our webbook URL here, you can see, and this is the entire idea. Now come back to the workflow. So when we trigger this automation from the sheet and receive the data here as an output of this webbook module, now let's go to the second module, and this is the custom HTTP module. We have configured with the Canva URL and the credentials as well, and we are going with the post method because we are sending the data to the API endpoint of Canva. Here you can see this is the API endpoint for autofill, and we are going with the generic credential type, and here we are going with the O2 type API, and here we have to create the connection. This is little tricky, and you can create a connection by following the instruction in this step. It's easy only. You can go to the canva.dev, and let me quickly show you how it is doing. And here you can see once you logged in to the canva.dev, you can see your integrations here. There you can create a new integration and go with the public option, and you can give a name as well here like demo, and here in the left side you can see the scopes. You can tick all the scopes here. You can see all the scopes. You can tick everything here. Then you can go back to the authentication. Here you have to paste the URL that you will get from the n8n module here, that you can simply copy this URL and paste it in this setup. Again you can go back to the configuration. Here you can see the client ID. You can copy this client ID and you can paste it here in this client ID, and similarly you can generate the secret here by clicking this button, and you can copy and paste it here. And the other setup like grant type is PKC that you can choose from here, and the authorization URL is you can see all the steps are available in this document. You can see it. This document and this automation workflow will be sharing in our school community. If you are a member, you will get it from there. Otherwise you can simply follow these steps. So that's it. And here the access token URL, you can simply copy and paste this one. So here we are going with the authentication as body. So that's it. Once you're done, there will be a button to create connection. You can click on that, then your connection is ready. So I have already created a connection, so that's why I'm choosing it here in this step. You can see Canva Abhimufi, that's the connection I have already created. And here we are enabling the send body and the type as JSON, and here is our body. So you can see here, this is the body we have to send. We have this much placeholders there: name, class, college, event, date. Okay, so here this is the structure. We have to mention the type as text, and the actual text to be passed that we have passing here from the output of our webbook module. That is you can see here name, class, college, event, date. You can simply drag and drop here in this particular positions for the class, and here for the college, for the event name, for the date. So that's it. Now let's go to the next module. Yeah, once it is initiated, the document generation, we are giving a 50-second delay here, and after that we are checking the status. This is the API endpoint for status checking, and that's it. So after that, if it is done, here we are checking with the filter, is it the job done or not. So this is the endpoint job dot status, and checking is equal to success or not. If it is success, then we'll move to the download side. Here you can see this is the endpoint v1 slash exports of Canva to download the generated document. Here we are passing the job ID, the design ID that we'll get when we initiate the job in the previous module. Again we are waiting here for 15 seconds, and now finally we are getting the PDF, and here is the API endpoint you have to go with to get it, and we are passing the job ID from the previous module here that you can see here. So this is the body, and here we are giving the design ID and the type as PDF and the size as A4. So the only one page we have, so that's why we given the page number as 1. That's it. So once we got it, we'll go with the update row and sheet module of Google Sheet. We have to, of course, you have to add the connection here. So once you added and selected your sheet and everything, then you can you can update the values here, and we are updating the PDF link in this column. So that's what is showing here, and we are changing the status to done. Once it is done, this status will be changed to done. So that's what this module is doing. So that's about this workflow. Now let's run and see the result. So as I said, we are going with this particular template. Now let me execute and trigger the workflow from the sheet. So this is our action button. Here I'm just clicking trigger. So let's see if a certificate generated for Abhinav. Yeah, here you can see the workflow has been triggered and it's working. Yep, it's done. It's updated in Google Sheet. Let us check here. Yeah, here you can see the link. You can simply click and see the document generated. Yep, here you can see we have generated the certificate for the Abhinav. We have filled all the placeholders here, the college name, event, everything, the date as well. So you can add as many rows here with all the students or participants here, and you can trigger one by one. Then all will be done parallelly, and in couple of minutes you can done the job. I hope you understand the explanation. Now it is your turn to try. So once this is set up, you can connect any data source, product data, marketing content, client information, student records, employee data, or any dynamic input, and generate designs automatically without manual edits. Instead of spending hours editing templates, you just feed the system data and let automation handle the design generation at scale.